Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Very Good Video Games YouTube channel where we give our first impressions and game reviews of various games in the industry, PC to mobile to AAA to indie. All games will be covered here. The first game that we will be giving our first impression to is I Am Legend Stand Survivors. It is a game much like Vampire Survivors where you go around and you kill monsters and get experience, level up, choose various options to get more player power, and go as far as you can until hopefully you beat the level. Pretty good looking title screen here. Liking the art style, definitely a little mysterious vibe going on here. Let's go ahead and hit play and jump right in. To be honest, this is not my first playthrough. I started a match and I died within like the first 4 minutes. I don't know what happened. I just kind of flopped. Kind of embarrassing. Felt like I should have done a little bit better there, but that's fine. We're gonna go and just start this up. So far what I can tell you is that I do like these pixel art style. It's looking pretty crisp and clean, easy to read. It's not too over the top with the lighting effects or anything like that, making it all cluttered. Looks like we got a level up here. We got to choose some classes, various stands to summon. I went with 2 infantry and a mage guy. Just wanted to get some well-rounded damage in there, some physical, some maybe a little magic damage. It looks like the melee based ones, you got to get kind of close for them to initiate their attacks, while the ranged characters can be at range. So imagine that. Looking around, it looks like there's some chests and some ore around here. I'm gonna go break these, and it looks like you get ore in the top left-hand corner. You get 3 different currencies: coin, souls, and ore. So you just go around, you break these things, and it looks like you get those currencies as what they do. Not 100% sure yet. It looks like when you touch on these ghostly statues, you get to choose these little. You just spend your souls to summon more stands. You click them together to level them up. I took out 2 office workers, I think they were called. So now I got a level 2 office worker. They just give you some additional income every now and then. And then going over the anvils, you just forge items. Where I just, you spend your ore that you've collected as you smash ore throughout the game. Yep, we're just going around, back to the, those kind of games where you just know to yourself, like, you're just gonna lose a lot of sleep over it. I felt this pretty immediate with this game, and mainly because I'm sucker for this kind of game. Vampire Survivors, I've played dozens of hours on that one. Definitely full completed it. Played the DLCs. Alright, looks like we got a blacksmith. These guys will give you ore over time, and I'm gonna go for like a more melee focused medieval build, so I don't really know if this is good or anything. I have no idea what I'm doing here. So I got quite a few melee guys, got quite a few shield guys. The shield guys put like this little protective barrier around you, that little blue orb that you see going around me right now, and then explodes for massive damage around enemies. It's about to go off. There it goes. What I want to do, which is why I'm kind of stalling on picking up these anvils and ghost spirits, is I want to collect enough to make it worth spending, because you can only really spend that currency when you pick up those items. So you don't really want to just pick them up right away if you have no currency to spend on them. So we're just gonna keep trying to farm some experience here, maybe collect a few more souls, some more ore, some more coins. The coins are used to open up gates, and I do have enough to open up one of the gates. Let's see here. We don't have an archer yet. I'm gonna grab one of those. Blade warrior and bald. I don't really know. I'm guessing it's a monk. They just don't want to say monk, but yeah, they're bald. So there it is. I finished upgrading my stands there. Let's just keep going around. I guess I'll explain what some of them do. Oh, let me get some more items here. So when you get 2 of the same item, you can then smash them together to make a random green item, which is what happened there. I'm gonna keep just going along here. Oh, and then you can spend the coins on these doors and then get a blessing of your choosing. These blessings are quite strong. Not so much in the early game, but definitely later on in the game as they go up in tiers. So like I said, the shield guys give you a little shield around. The archers look like they just shoot some arrows. Sword guys just run up attack. The bald guys, which are the monk guys, shoot out these like little yellow orbs. So they are kind of like a chi-based kind of character here. So it's definitely looking like a monk. The office worker, like I said, give you some gold over time, but they also throw some briefcases at them. Those are, must be some pretty heavy briefcases, because they'd be taking up enemies left and right. So see, I got two blue rusty rings there. Made an apprentice necklace. Had no idea why it would turn into that. Seems to just be random. And I think that's just you just hope that you can get like, you know, a good item for what you're building here, because it looks like you can go to like, you know, magic or physical focus, and I'm not sure what's best here or what to really do here. It looks like I'm gonna get swarmed here trying to take out these chests. Looks like I live to fight another day. What I noticed too in my first 2 playthroughs is that you do not have much defenses going on, even though this is supposed to be like a defense-based hero character that you have. When you first click on it, you can see kind of like their talent trees and stuff, which I'll go over at the end of this match, and we'll look at some guys. So I'm just gonna level up some dudes. It looks like I can synthesize down here, right here. Ooh, and we made a great sword guard. Physical attack is leveled up every 14 seconds. It looks to be like different tiers of chests too, so these gold ones definitely have a lot of health and give you a lot more gold out of them, so that's quite nice. The anvils and the ghost statues, I don't really know what to call them, the stand statues, they also seem to have different tiers too. So early on you're just gonna get like gray anvils and green ghost statues. For what I can tell, the higher tier ghost statues just give you more souls when you pick them up, so it's not too big of a deal there. But the anvils, when you have them up, like it goes green, you'll start getting green items, and then there'll be a blue anvil and you start getting blue items, so that's pretty exciting. But it also costs a lot more ore, so you're not really, you know, beating the system there, you're just kind of saving clicks. Because, you know, 2 gray items of the same will make a green item, which is only going to cost 20 ore, while on the green anvil it costs like 25 ore. So you're not really saving much, you're just kind of saving clicks there. Looks like I got a level 2 bald guy here. Let's see if those yellow, ooh, big yellow balls now seem to penetrate enemies. They don't just hit the first one, which is kind of nice. Let's see if we can get some better items here, upgrade those. Max HP, sure, why not? Let's try to put that on. What can we get rid of here? We're gonna get rid of pickup range. It's not 8%, too big of a deal there. Alright, go and continue on here. Hopefully I don't kind of flop here. Oh, but like I was saying, so you're not very tanky in the beginning, so you get these like green little balls from destroying the green looking ore right there in the bottom right hand corner. You get these green balls, and then you can use those to buy leaves, which then you can turn the leaves to spend on talent point tree in the main menu. We'll go over that after this playthrough. We'll show the talent trees to see the quests. It looks like I can synthesize 2 question marks. Alright, level 2 bald and a infantry, or 3 merchants. Let's get some more currency going here. Let's get some financial advisor. Ooh, looks like it's got like a metal briefcase now. Oh, and a boxing king. The monk is going to try to get paid, I guess. He's going to turn into boxing with his monkly ways. The boxer swings giant fist to attack. That sounds interesting. Let's find out what that kind of is all about. I'm out of souls here, so I can't really do much. Let's lock these though. Ooh, that's a big punch. Definitely a lot bigger than the little yellow key balls. It looks like it also does quite a bit more damage, so we're just gonna start mowing through these guys. This is basically it though, you know, you just kind of keep going around, you level up your items, level up your stands, you try to combine them best you can, spend your resources efficiently. I don't know what it's about these games that gets me so hard, but you know, I can just really just dive into them and play them for hours. I don't know if it's because like turn out, ooh, since it has another question mark. Definitely don't have enough souls to do that right now. It looks like you can turn on this tab to kind of mark guys you need in order to make that guy the boxing king. So I said I wanted more monk boys and more infantrymen to make those boxing kings. I'll give you some good HP gen. Let's, oh, hit first blue item, 30% pickup range. Now see, that's a little bit better than 8% that we had on that last item. Let's go ahead and put something else on here. Maybe another pickup range. No, that HP. Okay, so HP gen is going. So anyways, you're not tanking the meeting. So if you spend your talent points that I was talking, man, I really get sidetracked while doing these. Telling you guys about, you know, how you're not tanking the meeting, and then I go off a tangent and then come back, tell a little more. You know, but maybe by the end of the video, you'll get to know what the heck I'm talking about here, but... Nah, I'll definitely tell you right now. You just spend your talent points. I just decided to spend the first meager few that I got on HP regen per second, because, you know, I figured if I got hit, I could easily just avoid more hits for a while and then get the HP back. At least that's kind of been the play style right now. And after I did that, I survived a lot longer in my second playthrough, and this third playthrough with just like 2 HP regen per second has really just skyrocketed my survivability here. I keep going for pickup range. I didn't see too much better there. More bald guys. We really like that big fist. I'm liking that. Come on. Let's see here. I do like money. I might try to get another financial advisor. It looks like combining a 1-star Boxing King 3 times in one game will then let you get this newsstand. So I'm thinking I can do that, but let's see what this synthesis is gonna do here for me. Oh, looks like I don't have quite enough souls yet. Let's just sell some guys here and synthesize. Let's figure this. A monk. Okay, so I guess the difference between a bald guy and a monk is that the monk cares enough about him being bald that he puts a hat on. But an aura that does true damage in an area of effect every 3 seconds. That's kind of nice. All right, let's get back to the action here. Okay, so see, look, there's the blue ghost statue I'm talking about. So this, when I collect it, is, I believe, gonna give me 6. It's like 3 for every tier. I'm not gonna collect it quite yet. I guess I accidentally just touched it there, so I guess I have to choose some bald guys. We like the monks. We like the boxing kings. We like the monks. We like the bald, apparently. Ooh, an electric elemental. These first... Oop, yep, just gonna throw that right in there. Don't need that. We are physical medieval guys. No magic. Wielding elementals here. Infantry. So we're a little bit closer to that boxing king. These first few playthroughs, I suggest just kind of going through and just trying to figure out all the stands. You know, all those question marks don't do you any good. The actual stands do, so you got to figure out what they do in order to capitalize on their effects. Go out here, so see that little yellow ring? That's definitely the monk going off with his little AoE of light. 236 true damage is nice. I would like to get some better items here. Let's just start recycling, because I picked up a green anvil, so now when I forge I get a green item, so really I don't need any of these gray ones anymore. We're just gonna keep upgrading from there. Ooh, we got lucky here. Like, come on, give me something good. Max HP and 3 HP regen. As I was saying before, HP regen really just made me a lot more tankier. It allowed me to get through the first few parts of this game that were just absolutely destroying me. I don't know what's happening. Maybe I just couldn't see what was going on. Maybe it was all overwhelming. But yeah, those first 2 playthroughs, maybe I should have showed you. You know, maybe you guys could have gotten a good laugh out of it. I swear to God, I think I lasted like maybe 3 minutes. It was not a good time. I mean, I did have fun. It was just... yeah, it was depressing. With how many hours I put into Vampire Survivors, I feel like I should have performed a little better on that first try there, but I digress. Looking at some new enemies here, looks like they can charge me now. Let's go pick up this. Ooh, there we go, another boxing king we can upgrade to. Get a level 2 one, perhaps. Let's see. Yep, and it does work. It looks like we can do that. Boxing King's Fist is now going to be twice. It does it twice now. Consecutive punches. 1, 2, bing, bing. Light as a feather sting. Light as a butterfly, sting like a bee, they say. Quite a few souls here. Let's check this out. Ooh, like the shieldies, like the office workers. I don't really got much left here. Let's just go back. Yeah, so we're looking like we're getting some nice range enemies. So those little dragons with the spear looks like they do some charge effect. I need 25 more gold coins to get through this door. The reason why I think, other than getting these blessings here, I think I'm gonna go for the movement speed. No, we like money. Definitely like money. Let's see here. So the reason why we like opening these doors is because it seems like the rooms generate loot over time, and
so you can go to one room, clear it out of the loot, and then go to the next, clear it out of the loot, and just kind of go in a circle. And I think you get more loot that way. Let's see if we can get lucky here. Let's get rid of that magic item. Ooh, we're gonna get our first epic here. All right, yeah, we're very tanky now. I like that. I don't feel like we are in any immediate danger, so you know, maybe we could have done a damage dealing item there, but that's okay. You know, it's a luck draw here. Let's see if we get some more damage going though, because I would like some damage. Okay, so Slime King, yeah, so I did not notice this, but there is a timer right below his health bar. If you just run around, they will just insta-kill you if that timer goes out. So you do not have the luxury of just running around in circles around your rooms from these bosses. You actually have to kill them. And considering that we're boss here, I would like to get a little bit more player power going here, so is there anything we can do here to make these guys a little bit better? Yeah, Monk's doing good damage, but I gotta be pretty close to the slime. These balls hurt a lot. He does this little leap thing, very easy to dodge as long as you know you're not a snail, you're not a slime. But these balls do a lot of damage. I did not die to them my first playthrough. My first playthrough I just died to like chip damage over time, I believe. Because I didn't have any HP regen, so you know, every time I got hit, nothing would happen. Didn't get an item to get HP back. But it looks like you just kind of go back and forth at mid-range distance, and you can avoid the slime's AoE attack. And it does have pretty choreographed stuff. It does a leap, does like a melee swing, and then it does the ranged, you know, 3 red balls. So it's not a very hard enemy. But the reason why I just didn't kill it in time was because I wasn't trying to kill it in time. That's just the bottom line. I could have had the damage for it. I'm not sure, but let's. I think I would like to get this great swords guard. Let's just put this in there and then level up. You know, 2 stack. Now I get a level 2 one. That's nice. He's got a gold helmet, so you know he's important. Let's put more money though. We like the money. We need more money. Nothing really I can do here, so let's continue on our way after we lock a couple of these guys. Okay. There's the melee attack, just a little frontal thing, just get out of it. It's not a big deal. Just the leap, not a big deal. Nothing about this guy says he's dangerous other than he's big. And that's just the truth. He's gonna go down, it looks like, pretty quickly. I think they give you 4 minutes. It's only been 1 minute and 10 seconds. He's definitely below half health, so I think we're free and in the clear. As long as we just don't completely fub it to one of those red beads of death. Let's see if we can get some better items here, and no luck. That's unfortunate. The Slime King, you know, is a boss that seems to be repeated in a lot of like RPG based games, right? Like they just kind of, I don't know what it is about slimes that just make them seem like they're just not a threat, and that there's like, it's like a newbie boss that, you know, developers have to reuse time and time again. The first like game I made was this, you know, me and my brother made like a little forest with our friend's artwork, and you know, we just made a little maze and put a giant slime at the end of it. So I'm not immune to that allure either. You know, that's just something that I think is ingrained in our culture. Maybe, you know, back in the day, you know, slimes were, you know, hunted to extinction, and now it's just in our DNA. Finally getting that 1-star mage out of there. I don't know what I was thinking with this here. Why did I keep that in for so long? I am unsure, but looks like, ooh, with a level 2 star and a 1-star mage, we can get maybe a better mage. Ooh, okay, so we killed the boss, found an anvil. I'm gonna get some items here. Armor, HP regen, we do like that. Nothing really we can do here, but it looks like a little magnet thing came in and it collects all the orbs. That's nice. Okay, I didn't have that many on the map though, so I was hoping to get a little bit more. It looks like I need 1,400 money for the door. I'm not gonna get through that anytime soon. It's double my money right now, so I guess we're just gonna keep farming away. Lots of monsters here. Doesn't really feel relatively safe though. I don't think they're gonna get past this monk's little yellow orb of doom. is just radiating aura, dude. It's like, you just kind of imagine those little TikTok videos with people's lightning eyes. Just absolute aura coming out of this monk guy, just destroying all these goblins. Completely safe in the middle of this. Let's go pick up this. See, we got some 1800 souls. Let's see if this new. Okay, so yep, we got a mage elder. Yep, level 2 mage plus 1-star mage equals mage elder. So who knew? You get more mage. More mage. Gotta get more mages. I do have quite a few things not found on the electric elementals. Maybe I should just kind of have it there in case, you know, it's needed for an upgrade or something. It's kind of hard to tell what things need until, you know, you get the thing and then it tells you, prompts you to synthesize. So I'm kind of noticing that the loot is not really spawning in this room so often, and it kind of leads me to believe that, like I was saying earlier, I think it's best to just kind of rotate between the rooms. And yeah, see, look over here. Look at all this loot that's spawning. It's sitting here waiting for me to pick up. I don't want to go too fast because I kind of want to keep killing the monsters behind me, but yeah, I think we just want to run in circles. See what we can do. Ooh, we can get another one of those auras. Let's get that level 2 monk aura, dude. If he's better, gotta have lightning eyes when I go level 2 here. Okay, he just turns purple. Alright, well, we like purple. Purple's good. It almost tripled the damage. The true damage. He's immediately, so that's cool. But just absolute hordes of enemies. But now we got this level 2 monk. I don't think they stand a chance. I feel like they just hit this yellow ring and they just die. I'm kind of interested. It does show you like the damage and DPS each stand does. So it's kind of nice at the end. We'll get a little breakdown of how much damage they're doing. You know, obviously the monk's going to do more damage the better you utilize them in your positioning here. But yeah, I'm just going to keep rotating these rooms because it just seems like there's so much more loot when you just go to a room you haven't been for a while. So definitely got to manage your, you know, your currency that way. If you just stay in one room, you're just completely screwing yourself over here. But oh, we got 150 ore here. Let's see what we can make here. Ooh, we got 2 level ups. This one's gonna give me a special attribute. So sometimes they come with these special attributes and they auto lock themselves. You just right click them to lock and unlock. Not a big deal. But when you combine them, there's a chance that you lose that special attribute or it changes to something else. So if you do want the special attribute, you do kind of want to lock it. But they give you that little shine, so you know it's what's going on there. Nothing really much I can do now. I have debated whether or not it's cool to basically break down for more ore. You get half back, but I noticed when you go from a green anvil to a blue, if you go to the blue and then you put a green item onto the blue, it'll give you 100% back. So that's the time that I normally have been basically just getting rid of all my old items and then just making, you know, the new tier that I'm receiving. But yeah, there's just so much more loot. Rotate from room to room. It's definitely the way to go. So I could definitely see how kind of like a money build is good in the beginning, because then you can just unlock all these rooms and just get all this extra loot and just kind of snowball out of the early game very fast. We kind of want to get the anvil quite yet. Thinking about it. But we don't have that much ore to spend anyway, so it's kind of just, maybe we'll just get it. There's some more ore here. And look at all this loot over here. I'm gonna go over here. There's so much loot over here that we can pick up before picking up that anvil. There's no reason to rush that. Did get a purple statue, got a lot of souls, so I'm gonna definitely try to work my way over there. Can we get more of the aura boys? We love the aura boys right now. Doesn't look like it though. I'm not really know that we're looking. Oh, I can synthesize a question mark here. Ooh, double boxing king. Should I just go for the financial advisor? I'm just gonna do that. I think we can do both. Yeah, it looks like we still have the other one available. Financial advisor. Reinforced steel briefcase is what they're gonna be throwing now for sure. Let's just see what this turns into. Okay, a raging gunner. So we took a level 2 blue for... What's going on? Why does that happen? Why is that guy not purple? Raging gunner? I mean, looks like he's gonna do a lot of damage for sure, but a little weird. Okay, looks like we got another synthesize. We can go, man, this is elf archer, okay. Magic damage, not liking that so much, but just see what else we can spend. We had a lot of souls here we could have spent. Okay. Alright, we got, oh, and we can't combine the 2 level 3s. 3-star shield bearers 3 times in a game to unlock this unit. I guess we gotta do that one more time. I don't think it's gonna let you like combine all 3 of the level 3 stars though. The level 3 shield bearers together to make that unit. I think it's just something it's gonna tell us how to make it after we do that in one game, which is unfortunate, and I don't even know if we'll be able to do it in this game. It's kind of at the whimsy of the RNG gods. So see, this is what I'm talking about. We got a blue anvil, so now when I recycle the green items, we get a full 25 ore back, and then I can just purchase more blue item. It kind of eliminates the RNG. It's not more efficient. It definitely gets you out of like the lower tier items faster, so I think it's a good trade-off. I'm not going to be able to make another one though, unfortunately. We should probably get this one out of there. Yeah, let's just do that. There we go. Magic damage. Man, we're getting a lot of magic items. We had a lot of physical damage stands, but that's kind of what the game's giving us, is just a bunch of magic stuff. That just seems better. Crit damage, crit power. Let's just go with that. Let's put more magic damage out there. We do have a couple guys that do magic damage, so maybe they'll start carrying us for us. You know, that mage elder might be putting in some work now. But I mean, looking at this team, you know, reinforced briefcases, I think that's physical. It could be mage, you know. Oh, don't know what that financial advisor. Okay, here we go. Epic blessing. Wow, this is just big boy damage. Magic growth with kills, and on level up, I guess we'll just do that. I guess we're magic boys now. The monk is just true damage, so I don't know if it scales off physical effects or magic, or maybe it's literally, it just stays like that forever and there's nothing you can do about it. Let's just pick that ore up. We're looking for blue anvils now. We don't care about green ones anymore. When you do pick them up though, you do get the, you know, the green one will give you 25 ore, while the gray ones give you 10. Wow, it looks like they're really dumping the enemies in here. My aura boy is having a hard time clearing out around me. Some range guys in the back here too I gotta make my way to before they kind of snipe me. I can't see what's going on. We got some more souls here. Was that enough to really care about picking up the purple one? The purple one I think should give me 9 souls when I pick it up. Ooh, nice, another magnet. That should give us a couple levels. 17. We might just keep playing the room a little bit more. Wow, we're building up money a lot faster. Maybe I came over here kind of late. I need to open up another door, but let's pick this up. Alright, let's see what we got here. We are magic now, so I'm thinking more mage apprentices. Let's just make some of those guys there. Not really much we could do. Looks like we ended up getting to like a synthesis state, but we don't have enough souls to synthesize it. I think we also just have enough player power to finish off the gameplay. It looks like we do have one boss, and you hear about a skull at the top of the map here. Just camera the view. Looks like we probably have like 2 to 3 more minutes before the last boss comes in. And then I'm imagining it's gonna give us another 4 minutes to kill the boss like it did the first one. I'm not sure, I have been there. Oh, here is the physical items. Great. Maybe we can pivot. Maybe it's kind of easy to pivot off. Ooh, magic growth. Man, the game is just really. Oh my god. Can we? Okay, first legendary. Oh, okay. We are physical damage boys. We liking what we just got there. It's looking pretty great. Like I said, I think we have enough damage to finish off the game here. So I think I'm just gonna start trying to get more of the question mark reveals, and then you know the next playthrough, I have a little bit more knowledge going in, and you know, maybe I can snowball a little faster. What it looks like, it's a really big comprehensive system. So, you know, but it doesn't really give you too much. Like you gotta really kind of remember what goes to what, because clicking around a bunch in that menu does take quite a bit of time. So maybe there's some UX design they can kind of overhaul that a little bit to make it a little easier, because it does seem when you say that you want a certain stand, you do the like little element on up there at the top, or you hit tab to turn it on. It's supposed to mark the units that you want in order to get those, but it seems to like not always mark every single one, I've noticed. Or maybe if you already have one, it doesn't mark it anymore, but I kind of want it to just keep marking the units. Like, if I just want to have, like, you know, 8 monks, like, let me just mark the monk and just keep marking that unit so I can just roll as fast as I can. Kind of like in TFT when you're kind of like marking, you know, the guys to level up. You know, you see the same guy, it glows for you, so then you see, oh my god, I go so much faster with this. I really think I should put these on, because movement does lead to big defensive gains, you know, being able to avoid all that. Or man, the game really, oh come on, give me some physical. Oof. Alright, well I guess we're just hybrid now. We'll just lock those, you know. Now we'll be zooming around the map though. All my guys will be doing pretty decent damage because all these items. Let's see, let's buy some of these. Oh boy, that's right, I can synthesize. What is this? A knight that does magic melee damage, life art, gives me max health for 10 seconds. Let's do another Elder Mage. Does that lead to anything? Do I get a cooler mage? Okay, it goes purple. Alright, you know, level 2 blue star stands seem to just go purple. They don't get those aura eyes, they don't get lightning eyes. Let's just keep going here. Yeah, so 15 minutes. The boss looks like it's spawned with a Minotaur. Alright, I have not seen this. I have no idea what this does. Okay, looks like we get the frontal attack on the slime. I'm gonna play kind of defensive, just kind of make him show his hand. Looks like he's charging towards me. He's getting close. Not really doing it. Okay, another melee attack. That's the same thing he just did. Maybe I don't know, rotation. Okay, same thing as slime here. Just kind of go back and forth. Say, okay, a charge. Okay, it's looking like the same moveset as the Slime King. Maybe he's just a little faster, maybe just does a little more damage. I'm not trying to find out though, so I'm just gonna go and pick up this, get a little bit more player power to finish off the game. Here we go, got another monk. We like the aura, boys. New stand unlocked. I guess it doesn't show you, it just shows you a question mark, so you know, maybe one day we'll get to find out what that's gonna do. I have no idea what happened. It would have been nice, you know. That's what I was kind of saying about the UX thing. You know, maybe the UX design needs a little help. Game plays and feels great though. You know, it's pretty intuitive. There's no tutorial, and I kind of like it that way. You know, games with tutorials that make you go through them and stuff. It's kind of slow paced. Kind of doesn't really get you into the game too much. When you just kind of dive in, and you know you're a noob and you're just making mistakes left and right. It feels okay because you know you just started it. You're learning the game. Not much you can do there, but especially games like this does not need like a full-blown tutorial where it's just wasting me or the player's time. The player's time or the developer's development time. It's intuitive, you know. You level up the dudes, you level up your items, you get more power, and you beat the mobs. That's all you can really hope for with this kind of game. And it does it well though, you know. Other than, you know, my little gripes about, you know, not everything being so clear with the on-off thing. Oh man, level 2 Ouroboros, can't stack them together to get, you know, a not purple blue star. But I guess we're just gonna put it in. Who should we get rid of? Maybe the shield guy up here. He's not blue, so let's just get rid of him. Overall, great game so far. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Definitely had that feeling when I first turned it on and played my first thing. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose so much sleep. I'm not going to bed tonight. I'm still having loads of fun with this game, despite, you know, some UX issues that aren't really that big. I don't know why I keep bringing it up, to be honest. It's not that big of a deal. This guy definitely has a lot more health than the slime, but it's literally the same thing. Not tripping about this guy. He does look pretty cool, but you know, maybe we should have given him like a little bit of moveset here or something a little different from the slime. But, you know, Minotaur is also one of those like novice bosses that, you know, developers seem to throw at players in the beginning of games. Is, you know, Minotaur is a classic mob, you know, very threatening. seen in animes a lot and all sorts of games. And you know, that's cool. That's okay, because I too also did that same thing. The first game that me and my brother and two of my friends were making, the next mob we were developing was a Minotaur. Imagine that. I don't know if there's like a handbook out there, or if there's like the 10 commandments that tells developers like your first 2 mobs you make have to be a slime and then, you know, an angry cow. But that's what happens. I don't know. Role-playing games do that. They just have that effect on developers and people, and you know, I'm all about it. I think it's a great thing to have. You know, it's just kind of expected. You know, if you don't do it, you might be hurting yourself. To be honest, purple is better than blue. That's how we kind of determine that there. All right, so there's not much more I can really do here in this playthrough. So I guess we're just gonna focus on killing the Minotaur. I don't want to end it yet, just because, you know, leveling up is pretty easy right now. You know, the game's not really gonna kill me. At least it feels. You know, my health is kind of going up and down a little bit, but you know, just HP regen that back up. It's not a big deal. Just don't get hit by this guy. But yeah, the reason why I don't want to end it is because I'm trying to find out, you know, more about those question mark stains, so I know what they do in the next playthrough, so I have a little bit more knowledge going into it. But you know, the Aura boys are doing a lot of consistent damage for me, so they will end this game whether I like it or not. As long as I stay near this Minotaur. Let's see what else we can get here. Gonna go ahead and continue the fight here. Now, 1 minute and 45 seconds to beat this guy, so I am getting kind of close to the timer. I don't want to die because I ran out of time, so we're definitely gonna get him dead now. Focus on doing that, blood on his stuff, let's stay near him. The little run there, I guess. That's the only difference between the slime, because now that I'm thinking about it, you know, he does kind of run at you before he just tries to do that melee. Maybe that charge is a little faster too. It's less of a jump and more of a charge, so I guess they did make this guy a little harder by just changing the values around. It's quite alright. I guess we're just going to pick this up and see what else I can do for my last little ditch effort to try to find some question marks here. Alright, let's get back to the fight. Let's finish this guy off. He's gonna die pretty quickly here. He's about dead. And there we go. Challenge succeeded. Alright, well, so there's the DPS over there at the top right. You can see the mage elders were actually putting in, oh no, sorry, those are the monks. I just got confused and saw purple. But yeah, they're all purple. Yeah, monks doing big boy damage. You know, basically everyone else is just support roles while they're, you know, just doing all the work with the yellow rings of death. They do even have stats on, you know, the units I had in the very beginning. Okay, well that's cool to kind of look at, see, you know, you're not going in completely blind about what's going on. Back to the start menu here. So these are the characters that I was talking about. You can upgrade them. Looks like I unlocked a cat. I just did an HP growth on this guy. These are the different levels you could do. So yeah, you know, maybe we'll deal with, it looks like a money-based thing. This guy's defensive strength. You know, lots of leveling up and power to get outside the game as well as in, to make the, you know, in the game a lot easier at the beginning. So it's got a lot of depth there. Not as many characters as Vampire Survivors for sure, but you know, let's not try to compare the two. I guess I shouldn't even brought it up, but they do have a lot more interesting things. There's no like talent tree for these guys. It looks like you just kind of level up with the experience you get over time, which is cool. You know, I like it. I've liked this game so far. It's one of those games that you can definitely find yourself playing for hours. Let me show you the talent trees now. I haven't showed you the talent tree because I think I kind of skipped over it in the beginning. Here it is. 4 different tiers to go down. Attack, defense, resources, and ancient. And it looks like you need to be level 20 in attack, defense, or resources to go down the ancient tree. Alright, and that does it for our first impression video. I am Legend Stand Survivors. You can find it on Steam. I would recommend. I like this kind of game. If you do too, I would definitely pick it up. It's a good find. Like I said, this is our first impression video. We hope to do a lot more on this channel. Please hit the like and subscribe button to see more content. This is Benjamin with Very Good Video Games. We hope to see you in the next one. Peace.